game. I think we've been building up to playing a complete game in the last couple of weeks, but it all came together tonight. A lot of it had to do with this guy to my left, LaDarius Owens. He's been consistent all season. O-line did a great job of opening running lanes, protecting our quarterback. I think defensively, we had a tremendous game plan to stop the run, force them to pass, and we were fortunate enough to get a big win and come out on top.
First question, Charles Bishop.
Coach, let me ask this question in terms of, you talked about the young man to your left. Make an argument with regards to SWAC offensive player of the year. I know a lot of talk has been towards Jeremy Newsom, but talk about LaDarius.
Yeah, just a tremendous person, first and foremost. LaDarius might be the second player that I recruited when I first got here. All he does is come to work, do what he's coached to do, what he's asked to do, and he doesn't complain. He shows up each and every day, no matter what it is. He just shows up and he goes to work, and he's extremely coachable. And you can't get enough players in the program to do the things that LaDarius has done since he's been with us. We're gonna miss him.
Dr. Cavill.
Dr. Cavill's inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Dr. Cavill, this is for the LaDarius first, if you don't mind, Coach. How did it feel to break the record in such the fashion you did on a touchdown that really in a lot of ways sealed the game and it culminate in a victory for your team over the last 4 or 5 years?
It really feels great. Sure, I didn't expect it to be a touchdown, but I prepared for this all year. I set my goals at the beginning of the year to be 1,000-yard back, and just made sure I hold on to my goal.
Coach, follow-up question. In terms of victory, obviously you've been close in a lot of games all year. You talked about playing a full game. Can you put that also in the context in terms of what you were able to do in the first half, then understanding the weather dimension and how you played a whole different type of game because of the weather extension to push things forward over to the victory?
Yeah, the weather, we started fast. We're a team that starts fast typically, whether there's good weather or bad weather. We have a tendency to start fast. We actually work on starting fast. I think the weather had a tremendous amount of effect on the second half, just because it was hard for us to grip the ball and throw it down the field. It was hard for them to do the same, and it became a situation where it's old school football. We're gonna run it until we can't run it anymore, and we got the best running back in the conference. So who better to put the game in his hands, and he just brought it on home for us.
Thank you.
Jerry Whitler, the College Sports Report. Coach, talk about more so about those guys up front. In the trenches is where things get done, especially when you want to run the ball in this type of weather. How much they contribute to today's win?
Yeah, those guys have been extremely consistent. They're another group of young men that is led by Jack Nance. To his left is Mehdi Torrance. To his left is Aiden Hemphill. To the right of Jack is Dennis Jones. And early in the season, our right tackle was Thomas Brown, who was replaced after an injury by C.J. Marsh. And so when you have a group of 4, like Dennis, Jack, Mehdi, Aiden, who've played together, they played a tremendous amount of plays together. They're in sync. And Jack is the leader, and he get those guys pointing in the right direction. And Coach Ramirez has done a tremendous job of coaching those guys and having them prepared. They're just a great group. They've done a tremendous job, both in the run game and in the pass protection game. And I wouldn't trade them in for anybody in our league.
Coach Kyle Mosley, HBCU Legends. talk about the defense. Those guys limited Howard to only 41 yards on the ground, and they were confusing Allen the whole time. Talk about how well they did.
Yeah, Coach Todd and the defense had a great game plan, and the defense staff put together a great game plan. Our defense has been improving for the last 3-4 weeks. We've been playing lights out. And if you go back to last weekend, we played at Jackson, shut them out in the second half. You know, and our guys are getting they're getting not overconfident, but extremely confident in what we're doing. And one thing that you guys don't see and you don't know is that we're playing without 20 players that we came into the season expected to contribute both offensively and defensively. And so that's just a testament to the guys in that locker room who have stepped up when their number has been called. You know, there's I can't name them all, but there's a tremendous amount of players that are playing now that didn't make the 2D early in the season. And it's just been a next man up mentality, and you can see that the team has improved each week.
You cannot go without talking about the job James Wilson did as well. Please speak on
He's another one. You know, we went into the season not expecting Jace to be the guy. And week 2, he had to figure it out. And while Jace was figuring out, you know, his place on this team, as a staff, we were figuring out Jace. We didn't know what he could do or couldn't do, and you know, but you can see each week Jace getting a little bit better, and him improving, and with his play improving, our play as a team improving. And so he's done a tremendous job. We're excited about having him. We're glad he's part of the team.
Coach, I want to ask you about LaDarius' selflessness. There was a crowded running back room for the majority of his time here, and yet he persisted. He was a team-first guy. Can you talk a little bit about how he remained focused on team goals as opposed to individual goals before he got to the point where he was a feature back?
Yeah, well, I think he started quite a bit since he first got here. He just split carries up until this season. He split some carries with Ja'Cory Howard up until this season. But he's a very selfless individual. You know, he comes to work. He does what he's supposed to do. He encourages the young guys. You know, whatever we've asked of him, whether that be punt return, kick return, carry it 5 times a game or carry it 35 times a game. Whatever we've asked of him, he has not complained. He's just done whatever we've asked. We throw it to him out of the backfield. I think this young man has the talent and the grit to be a really good NFL running back. And we're going to see that he gets that opportunity.
LaDarius, talk about your role models. How did they help you to get where you are today?
They pretty much just keep giving me positive feedback on what I gotta do to become a better person in life, not only on the field but off the field. And
Who are those ones?
one, my mom and my dad and my old coach, baseball coach. He been with me since I was like 6 years old. He been my mentor ever since then.
Congrats.
There's a moment where the Jumbotron caught you with your family. Who was that you came over and shared that first moment?
That was my mother.
Okay. And what was that moment like for you?
An incredible moment, something that I can never imagine doing at this time and this point of the stage. It really brought tears to my eyes to see my mama happy and full of joy. And right now I'm dealing with myself, and you can hear it in my voice.
Last question.
Coach, what's next?
What's next? Pine Bluff. We're gonna celebrate this one tonight, and then we're gonna start getting ready for Pine Bluff in the morning.